welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third game of the third round. Wait, is it the third round or the fourth round? It's the fourth round, isn't it? Yeah, it's the fourth round because they've already played 3 games. Yes, yes, good start. Well, the third game of the fourth round, Shadow Isles versus Bandle City. As always, Super Naked Zombie.
What up?
And this time we see the 2 struggling teams of the Shadow Isles and Bandle City. Representing the Shadow Isles today, we've got Karthus going once again to the mid lane. Hecarim not in the jungle, even though it may look like it. He is probably going to be top lane. Probably going to be trying to rock the AD carry Thresh again, with the support Maokai, and finally a jungle Evelyn, so a new entrant for the Shadow Isles.
Yeah, and on Bandle City, we've got an Amumu who's going in the jungle, and the rest of the team. It's a little tricky where we put them. It looks like this Kennen's going mid. It looks like the Ziggs is going bottom. It looks like the Lulu is going bottom, and it looks like the Teemo is going top. But we're not really sure about all of those. The Kennen could easily go bottom. It could be an AD Kennen.
Does look like
no idea which one of those 2 is playing support. Probably the Lulu, but
yeah, the Lulu has picked up a support item and is rocking the exhaust. So more than likely Kennen also has picked up a Doran's Blade, so he's likely to be their AD carry. But this is all just conjecture, we'll see where they go. At the moment it looks like they may send Ziggs down bottom lane and Kennen into the mid lane. But
we've got a cheeky Evelyn hanging out in the Bandle City jungle.
Oh god, the Bandles are just all fucking blowing their summoner spells. We have Flash and Barrier down on Ziggs and Kennen, obviously choosing to play this one hard mode. Of course the enemy team won't know that, but
actually, we've just seen that coming from normal chat. Hard mode on.
This is why I don't have the chat.
The other team into doing it as well, but I'm not sure they're gonna do it.
No, that's not. And no, this is what Evelyn can do. Being invisible, she gets up in there. There's no one guarding that point, which is probably a bad idea. And that's a red steal already. So
Yeah,
I mean, we still get his blue, which is more important, and it is going to be a Kennen mid and a Ziggs bottom lane. After such success with Tristana last time, the Bandles just choose to, you know, go with this time. I don't know. They could really use with picking up this win. Both these teams are sitting at 1 win, 2 losses. Bandles beating the currently unvictorious Ionia. So it's not a great win for them. The Shadow Isles also aren't doing too well, as they also have only beaten Ionia. So.
Well, yeah, they're both in a slightly tricky spot. But
yeah, the first chance for the team to win against an actual real opponent.
Yeah, and they're both looking for a chance to get into the next bracket. You know, to not get eliminated at this stage of the competition.
Oh.
Because the person who loses this is probably going out. The people who win pretty much still have a chance of staying in the competition.
Yep, and we saw them going on to Lulu there. Ignite was burned from Maokai, and she had to flash away, so she's going down low. Remember, we must get first blood on camera today. That is all that matters. I know I'm controlling the camera and you're just watching, but if you see it going down, you need to scream at me.
Oh, definitely.
Lulu, Maokai in under tower, Thresh is right in, and yes, we got first blood on camera! Yeah, well done, Thresh, first blood, woo!
That's, we should get some sort of prize, achievement. That's trickier than it looks.
Yeah, and well played by Maokai and Thresh there, very aggressive, just going right in under that tower, knowing that Lulu was low. Maokai very luckily getting out with the use of his flash at the end there, but
the Lulu was low. The Lulu needed to be more careful. You know, it's quite early for the
no, who expected Maokai just to come in that deep under tower? Also, it might be worth mentioning, guys, we've had quite a lot of server instability today. We barely got the match started, so the players may be experiencing some lag on their end. So we're trying not to be too harsh to anyone, but at the end of the day, bad players are bad players sometimes.
Any slightly erratic movement or standing still for any length of time, probably not intentional.
Probably not, but there is a Teemo on the team.
Quite clever plays, you know, and you always do get some smart moves and some tricksy stuff and some slightly cheeky stuff. But yeah, I mean, probably lagging.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But the Shadow Isles doing well here, picking up that first blood, getting the red steal, come up to about a 500 gold lead. But they're getting aggressive onto Thresh in the bottom lane here. The flayback misses. But
Thresh taking an awful lot of damage there. Still a very healthy Maokai. But that Thresh is also quite low on mana now. So he's not out, but he's got a lot less than he started with.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced by the whole Ziggs Lulu lane, to be honest. Not yet, anyway.
You'd have thought they'd go
Oh, Amumu in from the backside. They get the stun down onto Thresh, and they do pick up the kill. Maokai's gone in as well, and that may be a death sentence for him. They don't get the knockback from the satchel charge, though, and he gets away back under tower, so...
I'm not sure what happened with that satchel charge, whether he wasn't in the range or whether something went wrong then.
Yeah, he hadn't
I
got it.
thought he'd get knocked back then.
Yeah, I think it was just a case... Ooh, what?
An invade top.
Invade?
The Evelyn
Gank?
coming in and trying to get the Teemo. They don't get the kill, but it's putting pressure on that lane, which is always
Yeah.
different.
Flash blown, so worth. And it looks like the Evelyn's going to try and get into this mid lane where it's just a farm fest at the moment. Karthus coming out just a little bit ahead as Kennen struggles to get those auto attacks down, and the wall goes down. He does get the slow, but the lightning rush means he gets away, but he doesn't know Evelyn's there yet, and he's still quite pushed in the lane. Evelyn's there behind. He doesn't have his rush, but he's able to walk just back to tower, but he's taking a lot of damage from the Skittles right there, and he's still taking damage. He walks back into that last one and just survives it. Sparrow legs. We're sorry about your sparrow legs.
Yeah.
Is that it? I've already
Sparrow's really getting caught out there, but he survived. He's okay.
No, I think he was trying to turn it around for something, but just not respecting the damage that Karthus was putting out there and not doing a good enough job of avoiding it. Maybe it was lag. Maybe he's just got sparrow legs. Who knows? But yeah, with the satchel charge down bottom, I think he threw it quite far ahead, and recent changes to that meant that you can activate, you can like spam the button and activate it during flight, sort of thing, so it'll immediately activate when it lands, instead of you having to wait. And I think just a little bit of trigger happiness resulted in that. It's a shame though, because that knockback definitely would have secured a second kill for the Vandals.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't get the kill, but alright, we'll see how they play.
Swings of fucking roundabouts, really. Thresh once again coming in real close there and taking a lot of damage for his trouble.
Yeah, Maokai warding at a slightly inappropriate time. Thresh could have used his help.
Yeah.
But, Thresh not taking that much damage, he's still okay.
Yeah, but there is the very heavy poke of the Bandles in this lane versus the very engagey bottom lane of Maokai Thresh, and we know from past experience this Thresh Maokai lane of Shadow Isles loves to get in there and loves to try and brawl. And it's been no different this time.
Yeah, they like to just get in there and swing leather, they're not...
Still putting down a lot of damage though. They seem unable to like respond to the Ziggs Lulu pressure. Ziggs has picked himself up a chalice, so he isn't going to want for mana too much, though Lulu might be
yeah, well, I was just
already.
about to say, the Lulu is completely out of mana, and Ziggs is very mana hungry. He's not out now, but that's only enough for what? A few skill shots, and he'll be out very quickly with Maokai and Thresh are very healthy on the mana front.
Ooh. Yeah, and let's take a look what's going on top, because this lane Hecarim is interesting, just going aggressive there, and I think...
it's been a bit back and forth. I mean, I've been looking up the times. Hecarim's had much less health than the Teemo.
Holy shit. Oh, that's a dead cannon. Cannon apparently getting low there in the mid lane, and it doesn't look like Karthus took much damage, so I'm guessing Karthus just went aggressive. Ult has not been used by Kennen, so he's probably just caught out, and then the ult to finish from Karthus there. Well played in the one-on-one.
Yeah, it means that Karthus ult's down, means that Kennen took his ult up for the next engage. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Bottom lane looks like the Shadow Isles.
We've got Hecarim diving under tower
Whoa.
and getting the kill on the Teemo.
Yeah, he was just so high on health there, and Teemo just not able to pull that one round, and I just realised I've got really bad burn on the back of my finger, and it really hurts.
Terrible. Terrible. That's
People should need to know about my life. Yeah, the lane's just dueling themselves out, and at the moment it does look like Shadow Isles are taking the lead in this laning phase, and in the past games, Bandle City's 2 losses, they got so dominated in the laning phase that they could not pull it back together, and
yeah, they need to hold their own in the early stage of the game.
Yeah.
If you get too far ahead, especially against a team like this, a lot of these champions for the Shadow Isles scale really, really well. And a lot of the yordles...
Ooh, a hook onto Ziggs down bottom, and they get the double flay, and he's on the wrong side of the satchel charge, but he flashes back, and there is no ignites, and he will just get away, so... Bit of a derp there, but still he gets out alive and no kill is given up, so that's important. And we do see Evelyn creeping up here. Will she do it? Will Evelyn be the hero? Probably not, because Ziggs is back at base already. She's really going for this one. She's really searching around for it. She does have a ward up here though.
I feel a little bad for her, but...
Yeah, she's doing what Evelyn does.
Run into some Amumu.
Yeah, she's got that ward there, so she knows. She uses her ultimate, but I don't think she's going to kill him. He's a little bit too tanky, but does...
Away, and he's got the tower to defend him.
Yeah. And... it seems, apparently, that Teemo and Kennen have decided to switch, and Teemo gets one-on-one by the Karthus. So this Karthus, man, is just wrecking faces, and that's 2-0. Like, Karthus shouldn't do that well in lane, like, one-on-one against people. People should have the advantage on him at this point, and that's a scary prospect. If they don't shut him down soon and deny him farm, which, by the way, he's got more than anyone else by a good 10 or so minions.
Yeah, by a long way.
And, like, yeah, that's just compared to his own team, because Hecarim's farming quite well, but the other team, he's like 30 clear of the nearest person, pretty
Yeah, I
much.
mean, at the moment he's got 83, and the nearest to him is the Ziggs with 57, 58, which is, you know, that's a crazy difference for this stage of the game. And
Yeah.
just generally, across the map, we're seeing the Shadow Arts farm an awful lot better than Bandle City.
And this could be, once again, the same problem the Bandles have faced in the past before, but it could be good news to Shadow Arts, because they've not done particularly badly in the early game. In any of their games, they do seem to have quite strong laning phase for it, but it's the later the game goes on, the more they struggle, because though they scale well, they just don't have the greatest team options. As we do see them getting. Ooh, yeah. Hecarim flashing in, trying to pick up the kill on Amumu at the end there, but...
Yeah, it looked like he might turn that around, but then, you know, it's just 2-on-1, it's really difficult to get a kill out of that situation.
Yeah.
Evelyn, however, following in, just try and get the Amumu, but I don't think she's going.
Yeah. Whereas they may shut the Hecarim down, they let the Karthus get fed, and they don't want either of those two fed, and if I had to make a choice, I'd say stop the Karthus.
Like this Kennen's chasing this Evelyn quite hard, and I don't think he's going to get a kill, but it's an admirable effort there.
Oh, we've got an engage down bottom, and they're turning it around. The Ziggs ult goes down, but they both get out of it there. They've got the exhaust down onto Thresh there, but it looks like Maokai may be sacrificing himself. Oh no, the Karthus ult comes down, and that's probably going to be a dead Lulu in the background there. Damage also going down onto Ziggs, and he's trying to turn it around onto Maokai and has to use the bomb to get away. Flash blown by Thresh there and not able to pick it up. So good turnaround there from the Shadow Isles. Once again, yeah, Karthus making his presence felt.
Yeah, important to remember, that's another kill for Karthus. Karthus is now 3-0. Everyone else is like 1-0 or 0-1. He's 3-0. That's crazy. Yeah,
this Karthus is going to get out of control quite quickly. He's level 10, and everyone on Bandle City is level 8. There's a 2-level discrepancy already with this mid laner, and whew, I am not looking forward to when this Karthus starts team fighting. And
yeah, I think it's.
I just thought about this. I was thinking about this on the run up to this. I was like, we ain't seen a pentakill yet. Like, I was going to tell the players, like, you know, if someone wants to get a pentakill, I'm sure that would be exciting. Like,
it would be good if we saw this Karthus.
Could this Karthus be the pentakill? I mean, he has the pentakill Karthus skin, isn't it? Is that the pentakill Karthus skin? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the pentakill Karthus skin. So he's got the skin. He's got the good early lane going. He's getting in onto this Teemo right now. Can this Karthus get it? He's being closed in on by Amumu here.
It's going to be okay. That's a really low Teemo. He's just going to turn around, and if he hits this Teemo, that's a lot of damage. That Teemo needs to stay out of there. He's making a lot of damage down a lot of Mumu as well, and...
You know what, we saw that Trundle go out of control? Like, we're about to see the same thing happen with the Karthus, and the 2k gold lead now in it for the Shadow Isles, and again, they just seem to be very strong in these lanes. Bandle City have reacted a bit to Hecarim up top, but I don't think it's enough at this point. He's already got a Spirit Visage, and everyone on the enemy team is dealing magic damage. Everyone. So that's perfect for him. And, like, I just don't know what they're going to do at this point. It's like, it's gone wrong early again for the yordles. You know, there's the fact that, you know, they blew those summoner spells for their hard mode, but it's also, I don't see, they have a Tristana, they could have Tristanas. Down bottom lane, yeah, it's a little bit of a weaker lane, but fuck. And once again, Karthus just bullying people, fuck.
Yeah, also, we're seeing a lot of lanes which are strange.
Oh, they're going hard in onto this Karthus, they get the ultimate down, but he doesn't die from it, he's too high level, and Evelyn's fighting out, trying to get the Ziggs there, and Kennen doing a bit of poke damage onto Evelyn there, but not able to get her just yet. Woo.
That's really the first time the Karthus is even like threatened, and even then we saw the Bandle City couldn't quite secure the kill on that Evelyn.
Well, he's got a Rod of Ages already, and it's already got a fair amount of stacks on it, so he's just going to get progressively a little bit tankier. He's got the Tear of the Goddess already half stacked as well, so he's only going to get a little bit tankier and a little bit more problematic, and I can only imagine he's going to pick up a Sonya's Hourglass. And
at the moment it looks like the Bandits have switched again. Teemo's down bottom, Amumu was up top, Ziggs is now mid, the Kennen looks like he's now the jungle again.
It's an intricate chess game to the yordles right now, and they're playing it beautifully, but I feel they're just outclassed. Like,
yeah, I mean, The thing is, if you
You can
stay
have
late,
all the chess pieces you want. Like they've got, they're moving their chess pieces perfectly, but all they've got is pawns right now, and the enemy's got like 3 queens and a couple of knights and a rook.
Man, rooks are bad. Anyway, but what I was saying is, if you stay
Rooks
in
aren't
lane
birds.
against someone, it's the same player, it's the same. You will learn their playstyle a little bit. Which ability they think you'll know which items they have. Better.
God, the engager down bottom lane, they're fighting at it again. Hook does land onto Lulu, Jesus Christ. And they're going hard onto it, but they're getting a lot of damage down onto that Thresh, and I can't wait for the Karthus ult to come. A lot of damage goes down onto Teemo. Amumu comes in, misses the bandage touch, but he flashes in and gets the ultimate on both of them. Picks up the first kill, is going for the second one. Hecarim comes in and gets the ultimate down on top of him. Here comes the Karthus ult now, it's going to pick up the Teemo. He gets the Lulu very low, but the Hecarim, can he follow in onto it? He's continuing to chase, but it doesn't look like he's going to get any more.
Yeah, that Teemo must have been right at the end of his recall then. It's a shame he got caught by that.
Yeah, no, just surprised that the Karthus waited so long to do it, really. They could have turned around that aggression much earlier and possibly avoided the 2 deaths on that side. So, a little bit of fight left in the yordles yet, but do they have enough to turn this around? Because this Karthus is still alive.
In comparison, Karthus is 12, Hecarim's 11. That's not great. He just got double. No. The yordles are really behind.
Just going to turn to direct to camera a second while I just check on Skype because it's being a little bit of a bumhole. I'm going to just leave that conversation a second.
But bit of engaged stop. Kennen taking the tower, the Hecarim trying to stop him, and then getting away.
Yep, but they got the tower, and that is the first tower of the game, so the Bandles have something to walk away with their head held high about. First tower.
Takes mid then. It looks like this group might try and take this up. No. Decides not to.
Evelyn is fairly squishy. She has built the Spirit of the Spectral Wraith. So, she isn't the tankiest Evelyn. She's going to have to utilise that ultimate well, hit it on a load of people to survive in these team fights to come, otherwise she could be fairly easy.
Sneaking up behind this Hecarim now. Just...
I'm not sure she...
There amidst that mushroom, but the mushroom doesn't have that much time.
Oh, he gets the mushroom hit and he stuns him to boot. Oh.
It's just damage down to get the kill, or even to really make him pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, he's got armor now as well. He just doesn't care. AD Kennen can just, like, suck it, but Kennen in the middle of all this here, and here comes the Evelyn. The ult goes down from both sides on the yordles, and the Shadow Wilds don't really seem to care because the yordles are running away. Ultimate there from Hecarim gets him behind the Kennen, and he's trying to kite away, but the horse is coming. He gets the stun down. Follow-up stun from Amumu there, but the flash in right there. Ziggs bomb does pick up Hecarim as well, but Evelyn's still over that side, battling with it. And why are you running that way, Ziggs? You need to get back and throw some bombs over the edge. He is causing her to run away, but will he be able to pick up the kill? She'll be coming around this.
She is stuck on his side of the map, and I think he is going to catch her here.
Yeah, he sees her, but he doesn't get the slowdown, and he just gets the bomb. Oh, the big bomb! Oh, she flashes at the very end as well to try and get out of it, but it's no good, and Ziggs eventually picks up that kill. Having a little bit of misnomer here, trying to find his way around the map, but...
Amumu taking a lot of damage.
Everyone's taking a lot of damage from this Karthus. It's basically, if you walk near this Karthus, you've got a, like, 50% chance you will die! There's the 50%. Right there.
I think it's much higher. It's amazing his farm now. He's at 181, closest is the Thresh on 147. On the other team, the closest is the Ziggs on 128. That puts him, what, 50 farm ahead, more than 50 farm ahead of the other team by himself. That's the reason.
Oh, I mean, Teemo there getting caught out in the bottom, and the damage just far too much. Thresh has got himself a bloodthirster, and he just twats that little bitch in the face, and down goes Teemo. But yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, the Karthus farm. Yeah, Karthus doing very well. Basically, the only person thus far in the City-State Championships to average the perfect 10 minions a minute. So, yeah, he's doing pretty well there, and...
He's now put himself in a situation where he's fairly unopposed. The closest level to him...
Oh! Ziggs has just gone on 2-on-1 down to the bottom lane, and he's just dead. Maokai flashes out at the end there. I'm not really sure too why, but...
Evelyn was coming in as well. He was in trouble.
Yeah, that was a bad play there from Ziggs. I think they The yordles are, at the moment, they're trying to fight back, but they're not having enough respect for the fact that, you know, there's a Karthus on the field that's like 5-0 right now. They've got to fear that any time they try and fight anywhere on the map. Karthus could kill them as a result.
That Evelyn just walked into a mushroom and she was on low health even before she ran into it.
Yeah, but
the Amumu's chips, I don't think it's going to get
a bandage toss was a mile away, unfortunately, but... Yeah, the mid and bottom turrets going down there for the Bandles, so they may have got that first turret, but the turret pressure quickly changing. It's 10-6, 4k gold really in it for the Shadow Isles now. Neither team has attempted a dragon thus far. They seem content to sit in lane and try and batter each other, and that's really coming off worse for the yordles right now. I think they do need to try and play for these objectives. Like, they could try and go for this dragon at certain points, but they're not making them plays right now. And this Karthus is farming up his storm. He's still on track. He's at 211 right now as we're about to come up to the 21-minute mark. He's 5-0. He has got a blasting wand in his inventory as well now, so he does look like he's going to go for that Seraph's Embrace or Archangel Staff into Seraph's Embrace.
Maokai looks like he's being caught out. He's in the middle of pretty much the whole Bandle team.
Wow, the ultimate just for the one man there. He drops his ultimate as well. He could go back for the Thresh Lantern.
The Thresh Lantern, but now the Thresh is in trouble.
Yeah. I'd hate to. I'd like to say that Maokai got caught out there, but he's a tree in the forest. I mean, that's really his domain. Like, the yordles, if anything, were trespassing. As we see the teleport down from Hecarim here, he fancies his chances. 4 versus 1. We do see Teemo going down to the Thresh in the background there as well. Ultimate from Lulu down onto the Ziggs as he's trying to get away. Evelyn's joined the chase as well as Ziggs is trying to scoot away. Ultimate down from Karthus and Evelyn, and a lot of damage onto Ziggs, but he does survive. And we've been flashing away, but it looks like Hecarim's good to chase under this tower. That Ziggs ult does barely anything to that Hecarim, and they do come out, and only Teemo goes down in retribution for the Maokai. So
we're now stood at 11 for 7, which is, it's not. They
the
can
same
still come back
difference
from this. We are not crazy out of control in terms of kills and
oh, but Karthus again just one-on-one someone.
Yeah, this Karthus is what's giving the Shadow Isles their massive advantage.
And look, he's full health after that. He didn't get touched. This is terrifying. Like, he's never looked like he's in danger. There was one gank, and he seemed fairly comfortably to avoid it. Like, he had a good chunk of health. It wasn't like he barely survived it Ignite.
Oh yeah,
as my mouth fills with saliva and I can't talk. Ugh. Beautiful. I am the epitome of sexiness. Right. But yeah, I mean, it was the same difference. Then Karthus killed another bitch. Like, basically, it's like the yordles are in a farm and Karthus is culling them. I could have made a better joke out of that, but that's all I had at that point and needed to fill some silence.
Yeah, this is a bit of a slaughter. This Karthus is definitely doing well.
It's not quite a slaughter. We've seen some slaughters.
I'm not sure what these Bandles are really doing at the moment. They just sort of looked into one side of the jungle and now they're going back to the other side. Are they trying to catch up bottom?
They have a lack of wards at the moment, and Jesus Christ, the Thresh just twats off half of the health of that Kennen there, and he has to flash away, also getting the Lulu ult there. But the yordles, they flagged him, they've got him behind them. I didn't even see that happening. They went in full on behind them, but then the Karthus came and they're all just panic retreating. It's like a bunch of woodlice running from the man who's uncovered them from the stone, and oh god, it's just brutal. Karthus looks like he's ready to 1v4 them right now. Amumu's coming across, so the rest of the Shadow Isles have looped back round to rejoin, but
yeah, this is a spectacularly messy team fight, and I love it. Evelyn staying top, obviously thinks Karthus can handle it by himself.
Oh, they've got the stun down onto Karthus, the Amumu follows up, and Kennen's in on top of him there, and they do get the shutdown onto Karthus, and it goes to Teemo. Hecarim coming in over the side though, Kennen's already gone down, Teemo down as well, tower in the top lane going down, well done Evelyn. And Amumu drops as well, and the Ziggs ult whips immensely as the Shadow Isles continue their push, and yeah, that was horrible.
On the Karthus, but as soon as they killed him, none of them had anything left.
No, and they're trying to pick up the kill on the Thresh there, but they're not going to be able to get it, as today Ziggs, a lot of the bombs going wide. Last time Ziggs was a major part of the Bandle City win, but he's not putting it together here today, and a highly skill shot dependent champion who can do a lot of damage, but either he's missing them or the other enemy team's dodging them, and unfortunately today he's not. Oh my god, the Karthus ult is coming down. He does have enough damage to take down the Lulu, and Ziggs barely survives, and Evelyn picks up a second turret, so that was so much in favour. That's the swing. That will be the massive metal girder that broke the camel's back in this game.
Shadow Isles basically just 4v5 them while Evelyn split pushed and took the 2 top towers.
We saw the 3v5 as well, because Karthus went down really quickly at the beginning of that fight, so...
But, I mean, as we said, he managed to lay a bit of damage down on them.
Yeah.
And then they burnt everything they had. I think they launched every skill shot, every ability...
Well, they one-man... Yeah, it was just the one-man Amumu and Kennen ults. Kennen and Amumu both used their ults purely on him, really, to get the kill. And, the Yordles are attempting to ward up their own jungle here, which is good, because at the moment we're not seeing too many wards from the enemy here. Just checking in on this Maokai build, because it's interesting to see what the Maokai's build. We do have the Sidestone as usual, we've got mobility boots, as they've been...
Going down on Thresh, middle there.
Oh, the ult from... Yeah, the ult from...
It looks like this Amumu might get caught.
Ooh, everyone disengages, low players apiece there, and... I think, yeah, it's good play from both teams to get their friends out alive there.
It's not the same. I know we've been talking about how far out of control this Karthus is for them. This Hecarim is quite a way ahead as well. He's close. He's got a decent amount of farm. About the same as the highest player on the other team. He's a decent level. He's 14, higher than anyone else on Bandle.
And he's got the right items as well. Spirit Visage, like we said, is just going to keep him alive against all the damage of the enemies. Iceborne Gauntlet is a very nice item on Hecarim.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to focus on shutting down the Karthus, and they might overlook this very, very dangerous Hecarim.
Yep. Evelyn continuing to build primarily AP there, finds herself a Lulu in the jungle whilst on the blue buff. And she smites away the blue buff, but she may get caught, but here comes her team up behind her, and Kennen goes down low already, getting whipped to death by the Thresh chains, but he manages to get the ultimate down, and they do get the shutdown kill onto Thresh there in the return, so it's a 1-for-1 and a blue buff for the Shadow Isles.
Yeah, Thresh kills Kennen.
Oh, it's flash in from Maokai there, they want to continue the fight. Amumu's in here, he gets the ultimate down there, doesn't catch Karthus on the backside, but Teemo going very low there. The Evelyn coming up from the bottom lane as well, picks up that kill. Oh no, it's Karthus.
Karthus' ult is very nearly up, if that Ziggs doesn't get back quickly.
Oh, if they all don't get back quickly, let's watch Karthus. How close is the ult? It's off cooldown, it's off cooldown. He's using it now, he's using it, oh my god. Lulu goes down, but Ziggs did get home, and Amumu healthy enough to survive, but another kill.
The damage they took on the, that's crazy.
Yeah. He has got his Rabadons complete now. He is, how much AP is he rocking? He's got a smooth round 500 AP at the moment, as this one lizard is left wondering where the fuck did that golem go. And, yeah, the Shadow Isles here looking good to pick up their second win, which will be a nice opportunity for them to stay in this, as we did kind of count them out, as they didn't, although they fought hard, they've definitely got strong champions, but they never seemed like they would in positions to win games before. They seem to struggle to close out games to play the objectives, but this time, well, Dragon got killed. I'm not exactly sure when, but it happened. I'm pretty sure Shadow Isles took that, but this time they're pushing down the towers, they're getting the kills, and the bloody way they play the game, and just forcing fights over and over again.
Yeah, Shadow Isles are putting on a really, really strong performance, and they're not really picking the team fights or picking their engages. They're just sort of going all in whenever they feel like it, and it's working out very well for them. You know, that Karthus and that Hecarim, and to be honest, this Thresh as well, really carrying them through any danger.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, Maokai just confident there, walks in, gets in on top of the Ziggs. He does charge away, but they're just confident enough. If ever they meet anyone one-on-one, they're either confident they can get away. Oh, flash from Evelyn and Kennen up top there, but Kennen's ulted, and it doesn't look like he's going to be doing it, as unfortunately Hecarim disconnects. Could that be the turnaround the Bandles need? That's unfortunate. Like we said, we haven't had server issues this evening. That might just be a small disconnect for Hecarim. I do remember talking to him before the match, and he has struggled a little bit with his connection, so hopefully he'll be able to reconnect, because he is an important part of the team, and 4v5, no one wants to play that out, even if you are 10k gold ahead.
This does give Bandle City a little bit of time to catch up. It puts them back on slightly more even footing, which, I mean, it could mean a turnaround.
There he's back.
Reconnect. But, I mean, this could mean that he has a bit of lag. This could mean that he's slightly less useful in fights. We'll have to see how he's playing.
Yeah, I think as long as he can ult in, his team is far enough ahead that if they play their roles correctly, they should be alright. Yep, Karthus there. Like, just every time the Shadow Isles spot out a Yordle, they're more than willing just to take the battle to them. They literally don't care at the moment. They've had some turnarounds, they've had some success, they've had some failures, but they're just willing to fight, and that willingness seems to bring them the gold, the monies.
Yeah, the progression's really paying off. in a really big way. You know, they're 10 kills ahead, 10k gold ahead, 4 towers ahead, and they've got a Karthus who's sitting at 10 on 1, almost 100 CC. That's a good position to be in.
Yeah, it is. And like you pointed out earlier, Hecarim not too shoddy himself, and also this Thresh not opting for attack speed just yet. Well, he's got the Berserker Reaves, but not real attack speed. But
He's an awful lot of damage.
yeah, Bloodthirster Infinity Edge. Let's just have a look at that E. The maximum damage. He hits for 648 plus whatever his attack damage is, which is 259. He hits for like 800 straight on people. Evelyn's been taken very low there. I must have missed what was going on whilst I was looking at the Thresh, but she's out and away by quite a distance, so she's not going to go down. Looks like the yordles are desperately trying to defend their... yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah, like I say, the woo Ziggs bomb. Nope, not gonna get him. No flash there. Seems he completely whiffed it. What?
He's been a bit unlucky with those bombs this much.
He's been a bit hit and miss, like swings and roundabout sort of thing going on with him. Like some of them have been good. Picked the one up on the Evelyn up top. He's had some other ones where it's done good AoE damage, and some that have just completely missed, like the one on bottom lane and that one just now. So you know, he's doing his best, bless him. But at the moment, he is only 3-1, so he is sort of the most fed member of his team, so he needs to be hitting these skill shots, he needs to be doing this damage, otherwise his team's fucked.
I mean, Ziggs, he needs to be farming, he needs to be getting gold, because Ziggs really surprisingly rely on items. He's sitting on only 235 AP at the moment, which, you know, it's a decent number, but when you look at Karthus and how much AP he has, he's sitting on 656.
But he's gone for a more conservative build. As we see Hecarim just charging in there, the bandage toss missing from Amumu there as he tries to get in. He gets a good ultimate down onto 4 members, but the Karthus ult is coming around in the background. They do manage to take out Hecarim, but the huge AoE damage going down onto the yordles here. 4 of them are dead, no, 3 of them are dead already, and that Lulu might as well be. And that was just terrifying. Hecarim knew his role. He didn't care. He just got in there and knew his team would follow up with him. And eventually, well, not eventually, the Karthus ult came down pretty speedily. Thresh, Maokai, Evelyn all just got in there with him. And
yeah, that Lulu escaped on 18 HP. That's very low.
Yeah, 18 HP and like, I was going to say there seems to be a lack of Teemo mushrooms, but I've just noticed they're all in these side lanes, and like, the Shadow Wars haven't really been bothering with those side lanes. They've just sort of pushed up a lane. Like, they don't care about the jungle so much. They just go straight up a lane and do what they need to. 2-man defense here coming down from Bandle City will save their inhibitor turret. Take over.
But I mean, at this point, that really did spiral out of control. We've now got a 12 kill difference. That's a lot of kills. The Karthus didn't pick up any kills in that fight, interestingly, but it's meant that the Thresh has wound up being 7 for 3, which on your AD carry, that's a really good thing to do. You know, the Karthus is able to take a step back, let the Thresh pick up a few more kills, let the Thresh get a bit more fed so that they're stronger at taking turrets in the long run. Because while the Karthus is excellent at, you know, killing members of the enemy team, he doesn't have that ability to really push a lane quickly.
Well, he can push a lane quickly, but he can't do damage to the turrets at the end of it.
Taking the turrets, taking the Nexus, taking the inhibitors.
But the reason Karthus wouldn't have picked up many kills in that previous engagement is he ulted early. Like as soon as Hecarim hit his ultimate into the other team, Karthus recognised that the team fight was going to happen. He was a little bit far away. He wasn't in close enough to do the damage. He's fairly short range, like with most of
But he can get away with letting other people get kills with ulting only to just lay down damage. It's, you know, he's far ahead. He wants the rest of his team to get the same.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that he was far away. He wasn't in the middle of that, and it was still an easy win for Shadow Wars as we see them rushing down onto this one again. The mobility boots, Maokai just willing to walk into it. Hecarim charging in there, gets the ultimate in, hits a couple people up on there. Not a great Eve ultimate on the side there. Kennen ulting, and it's not great either, but they do pick up the Evelyn fairly quickly in the back. Good Ziggs ultimate going down there. Ziggs is in his little stasis in the middle there, but so has Karthus, and it's a 2 for 0 thus far, and it does look like Karthus will go down in the middle of that. He may pick up a kill in return. Thresh coming in and just whips Kennen into the ground there, and it looks like it will stay at a 3 for 1. Again, this Lulu.
I don't know why Karthus didn't ult during that fight.
No,
especially at the end of his time when he was dead.
Yeah, I think he was maybe focusing a little bit too much on hitting the layer waste, but a good fight there for the
yeah, for the yordles, impressive. Bandle City during
being
that
able
fight.
to turn that one down. It was hectic. A good Ziggs ultimate go down, a good Amumu ultimate.
Karthus wasn't far away. Karthus was in there, and
No.
Karthus had debuff, you know?
I think they were lacking Thresh that time, but
Yeah.
Thresh is more of like he's a one-shot wonder sort of AD carry. Like he does do that big hit. He doesn't have the great auto attack, like repetitive, constant damage that other ADs will. I mean, eventually, like at this point with items, he'll be fairly dangerous, but it's not the same as a Caitlyn or a Sivir or Lucian kind of thing.
Yeah, but the difference between him and, I say the AD character, switched around a little bit.
Yeah, the Kennen.
No, the big damage for the Vandals. You're looking at maybe Kennen, who's 2 for 7. Their best is Ziggs at 4 for 1. This Thresh is at 8 and 3, which means he's got a massive gold advantage, a massive item advantage over Vandals.
Yeah. And Kennen is fairly far behind on items. There's his biggest problem at the moment, but he's doing his best, and he's doing fairly well as well. With his ultimates aren't they're not horrifying to the other team. Like he's not getting in there all amongst them, shredding them down with one maelstrom and stuff. But he's using it to sort of create a zone where the enemy team can't push onto them. Like the last fight, he sat in the middle of his own team with it on, with the enemy team like pushing in onto his ultimate, getting stunned. So it kept the enemy team away, so it worked in its own way. And those stuns from Kennen do pay off because the best thing they can do is stop the enemy team attacking them.
Yeah, pretty much. We see this Teemo in the jungle trying to get a bit of gold, trying to get a bit of farm with the creeps there. This Teemo does not have the items that he needs at this point in the game. He's very much about the recommended. He does need to catch up on farm and get the gold.
Nah.
If he could go to Rabadons after this, or maybe even.
Yeah, both him and Kennen, they have major items completed, but they don't have enough of them, especially compared to the enemy team. So, yeah. Both of them do need to farm, they need to pick up some kills, but more fights like the last one. Ooh, they just outright kill that Evelyn there, and that's a good job by them, but they've got 4 members of the Shadow Isles behind. The rest of the Bandle Cities are charging in the background. Oh, Hecarim ult's in there, and Teemo's gone before it even begins. Ult coming down there from the Ziggs. Oh my god, huge play from Ziggs there. He gets into the back line and satchel charges, stopping the ultimate from Karthus there. So well played, but he will go down for his efforts in the background there. So that's unfortunate. Hecarim there gonna go down, and Kennen try to pick up the kill there, but not able to do anything. Lulu gets hooked in, and that's probably gonna be a kill for them. Oh yes, and that's how confident this guy is at the end. Thresh there gets that hook and hooks himself in and finishes off the fight there, and that's such a shame after that heroic play there from the Ziggs, jumping into the back line and using satchel charge to cancel the ultimate. I'm pretty sure he did. In fact, I think I have to go back and look at that to make sure he cancelled it, because I was so caught up trying to see it.
We're talking about doing a best moves kind of video when we hit 100 subscribers. I'd imagine that Ziggs would definitely make it into the top 10 moves we've seen in the CSC.
Oh, it would at least be an honourable mention for effort. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to turn around the fight in them, but being that ballsy to flash in amongst the enemy team, to throw down your satchel charge to stop a Karthus ultimate, that's... Like, it's easy enough to shoot an Ash arrow at a Karthus from across the map to stop him ulting, but to, go balls deep, like, melee range to, like, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
That
especially
takes
the satchel charge, where there's plenty of time for you to get... You've got to activate it twice. There's plenty of time for you to get stunned, killed, whatever, and not actually interrupt the ultimate.
But, yeah, what started off well, a pick off on the Eve, turned very bad for the yordles there, and then they're at the inhibitor down now, almost 40 minutes in. We're seeing the kills continue to grow in favour of Shadow Isles. There was some hope there for the Bandles for a moment when they won that team fight earlier, but once again the Shadow Isles have reclaimed they're steadied up, and this Karthus now has completed his build pretty much. I mean, where is he?
Talking of builds, this Teemo's picked up 2 cloth armors. I can sort of see the logic there with Thresh doing so much damage, but I think he would have been better building AP.
Yeah, but they killed the Evelyn. I keep missing this Evelyn get killed. Hecarim's teleporting into the mid lane there, but he will not be able to, yeah, he won't really gain much from that. I don't know. Bit of a useless...
I think it's just making sure he's there in case a team fight does kick off, because they didn't necessarily know that the 2 Bandles, Teemo and Lulu, were down in the bottom lane.
True that, but yeah, this Evelyn, I think, maybe, like, roaming around a little bit too much, not being careful enough, relying on her invisibility and...
Yeah, she's the one I'd expect to pick up 2 cloth armors, maybe build, some slightly more defensive items.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these cloth armors to go into Zonya for Teemo there. Oh, the Shadow Isles are just barrening and they're taking you down extremely quickly. Ooh! Little bit late there from Ziggs and not able to pick up the Baron at the end, and that's a Baron onto the Shadow Isles, but Eve's not allowed it. The Shadow Isles have decided that Evelyn does not, you know, exemplify what they look for in a jungler, and this was a bad joke to begin with, so I'm going to stop. Carry on, Biggs.
Yeah, we've got the yordles all sort of being chased back into their baseline, but Evelyn is a fair way off.
But they don't need her, they won the last fight without her.
Yeah, they can still without Evelyn, but I think it's just making sure, you know, the last two team fights haven't been quite as clean cut, with the Ziggs making that play and quite before that going in favour of the yordles. So I think they do want to make sure they've got 5 to fight. They don't want to make a silly mistake and lose the game.
Yeah, definitely did, definitely. What I am kind of disappointed is how aggressive the Shadow Isles one is. Maokai, I feel, should have a Talisman of the Ascension. Like, I just think it would be good for him to have one. If your team is
just charging in over and over again, you might as well have an extra movement speed for just a charge.
Yeah, oh, Hecarim there, it's chosen the engage there. Oh, bad ultimate from Amumu there, goes in early and only catches one. Flash in from Karthus, he's got himself in on top of everyone there. We see people going low from both sides. Teemo, Lulu down already. Another bunch of people down, double kills. Peace, triple kill. So Karthus gives up his life, but that could very well just be the end of the game there for Shadow Isles, and looks like they're on track to pick up their second win here, and that's well played. They've dominated from start to finish here. Their unrelenting aggression against the Yordles has paid off, and well played. Karthus is a monster, 14-3. Thresh has also proved himself, 13-3, and Hecarim just going balls deep whenever he needs to.
Yeah, Hecarim now running as fast as he can up the lane, trying to be there for the finish.
Oh, yeah, poor Hecarim. You shouldn't have been a faggot and bailed out at the end there. You should have stayed, should have known.
Tower hits. He must have been on what, 100 HP, something like that. He was very low.
I'm just going to skip backwards here, because this is where the fight takes place.
Are we trying to see that Ziggs?
Yeah, it happened around about 37 minutes. Right, that's how they killed the Evelyn just beforehand. Alright, I'm going to slow it down. We've got the Karthus in the background here. Hecarim goes in the other side. Karthus starts channeling, flashing from Ziggs, and he does cancel the ult, literally. Oh, that is beautiful to watch. I'm going to watch it again just so everyone can appreciate it.
Also, this makes it a lot easier for the clip show if you
yeah.
It's over at the end.
Right.
Takes a lot of time out of the editing.
Yeah, like... Yeah. Oh, he might still... Like, no, I don't think that is him that gets... Yeah. It's just kind of weird, because, like... He gets so close to the end of the channel, but I'm not entirely sure of it. I'm pretty sure the Thresh hits... Yeah, the Thresh hits the Ziggs there, so that isn't the damage from Karthus. Karthus gets cancelled, but that's... Well played by Ziggs. Like, I just... Like, the balls to do that. Like, he got the cancel, but it didn't fucking work out in the end, which is such a shame. Right. And then Thresh just cleans up this fight. Just gonna pause it here and zoom to the Nexus, which is still alive, and say congratulations to the Shadow Isles on their second victory. They go to 2-2, so they're still in with a fighting chance, but they've got some of the harder teams yet to come. Bandle City
now pretty much out of the running.
Yeah, they're out of the running not only because, well, they beat Ionia, but like they've only got harder teams to face in the future. I feel like the Shadow Isles and Ionia are the two other weaker teams. So the Bandles are going to struggle from here on out. They've definitely got the potential to win, but at 1-3 they need to win all of their remaining matches now. So
yeah, a very exciting game to watch.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Luckily we didn't DC this time, and hopefully we'll be right back with the next game.
See you soon.